Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing something that I have not done before, and I'm not even sure that I will end up publishing this video, but I thought I'd give it a shot. So this is going to be kind of a chatty, plan with me kind of video. I don't do a ton of deco in my planners and not a lot of pre-planning, so I'm not even sure how much I have to say. But worst that happens is I record it and then decide against sharing it. Anyway, I am in my Filofax crock in the Silver Mist, and this is the personal rings size. And today I'm going to work on setting up next week in my planner, which is January 24th to January 30th, 2022. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the pages out because I find it easier to do the initial setup when it's not actually in my planner. As a lot of people do, I do cut the sides of my inserts so that I can put them in and out without having to repeatedly open and close the rings. So I'm going to start with this. And the first thing I'm going to do is white out over all this stuff with the days. These are the inserts that come with a Filofax, and I do like them in terms of the amount of space I have to write. I don't need a ton of room, as you'll see in a moment, but what I do need, I don't know if you can see, the dates, all this stuff is written really in small print, at least small to my eye, and I like the dates and the days of the week to show up a little bit more. So I actually cover all of this up and just rewrite it. I did find when I was cleaning out some planner stuff, I found these these number stickers that I bought a long time ago. So I did go through the month of January and put those on to start. But now what I'm going to do is the rest of it. So when I first decided to use these inserts, I had seen another planner on Instagram who split the days into like a column for tasks and a column for appointments. I don't have a ton of either going on right now, but I do like the way that she had split her days, and so I do that as well. So what I do is measuring from the printed lines on the inserts. I do 1 1/4 inch columns on the left, and I always do it in pencil first and then go over it in pen, because there have been times when I've had, a brain blip and I measure it wrong or whatever, and if I hadn't done it in pencil first, I would have spent the week looking at a page that bugged me, and I don't want to do that. So here we go. So I do 1 1/4 inches that way, and then the rest, it just stays the way it is. Okay, so there we go. The measurements look right. So then I'll just go over it again in black ink. I like the divisions to stand out, just like I like the dates to stand out. So do that. So anyway, I said this was going to be a chatty little plan with me, and it is. So yeah, I've been thinking about a couple of things, and I'm actually hoping that viewers will share their thoughts with me on a couple of things. So one of them, if you are following my channel, you know that I've started doing what I'm calling my planner retrospective series, and I'm looking back at planners I've used in previous years and doing flips of them and talking about, different aspects of them. And I have two, well, one is already up. I don't know if the other one will be up before or after this video, but I have two filmed. I guess it's not really filmed. Two recorded. One I know is definitely up. One may or may not be up yet when you're watching this. Anyway, the next one that I have to record will be about when I was using traveler's notebooks. And the thing is, I don't think I'm ever going back to using traveler's notebooks. I know, kind of a never say never thing, because I have gone back and forth over the years to different planners. But here's what I'm thinking about. I have a bunch of pocket TNs. So a couple I know I will keep because they have sentimental value to me, but I don't need all of, oh shoot it. See, I smudged there. Well, I'll just have to write stuff there, covered up. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work for me. Anyway, so I'm going to just go in now and write the days of the week. I like Monday starts, so I'm glad these are a Monday start. Of course, with what I'm doing, if they weren't a Monday start, I could just change that. All right, so back to the traveler's notebooks. Once I finish recording that video, I will have a bunch of mostly leather TNs that I know I'm not going to use. And actually, I was talking to my sister about this, about how I'm trying to get rid of stuff that I don't use anymore. And so, but I was saying that, I would feel terrible throwing them away where basically where I spent a lot of money on them. And at the same time, the idea of selling them and taking, all the effort for probably not a ton of financial return didn't really float my boat either. And so she said, well, why don't you just sell them as a lot? Which I thought, hey, that might not be a bad idea. So here's what I was thinking, is that I would take all the pocket TNs that I'm going to sell and sell them all as one lot for a reasonable price. And then if someone bought them, they could keep what they want. And then if they wanted to go through and resell the notebooks individually, they would have a shot at making some profit. So my question to you is, do you think it's a good idea? And would you do it? I guess that's not really two different questions. It's, what do you think of that idea? So selling them at a lot at one lot at a reasonable price, so that somebody else can get some use out of them. I can make a little bit of money back on them, and I don't have guilt of throwing all that money away. I should say that pretty sure almost all of them are Foxy Fix notebooks, which you can't buy anymore from the company. I don't know what happened to them, but I haven't seen them around lately. So anyway, I just wondered, let me know in the comments below what you think of that idea. I would have a lot of pocket TNs and then probably a smaller lot of B6 TNs that would be a combination of Foxy Fix and a couple other companies. So anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think of that idea of just selling them all together at a reasonable price, knowing that whoever buys them might want to break the lot up and resell them as individual pieces. Okay, so getting back into the week here. As far as stuff that I write in ahead of time, I do write in recycling day because it's only every other week where I live, and so I like to keep track so we know whether we have to put 1 or 2 bins out on that day. The other thing I do in this column, so the smaller column is for date-specific things. If I had appointments, this is where I'd write them. This particular week, as far as I know, I don't have any at the moment. I also keep track of my workouts here. So what I also do is I take 2 days off a week. So PDO for me is planned day off. And I usually take Monday and Thursday off. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in. Now, if something happens, and this has happened before, where I have felt sick or I had a headache, or I don't know, if my knees or my feet or something were hurting, if I take an extra day off from working out, then I would write UPDO, which would be unplanned day off. Fancy, huh? Okay, so I put those 2 things in, and then the other thing I'm doing is I'm keeping track of how many weeks until my trip. I am going to Disney World in April, which I'm really excited about. I haven't been in, by the time I go, it'll be 3 years. And as much as I love Disney World, a lot of the reason I'm excited about it is because my sister lives near there. And so I will also get to spend some time with her. So Saturday, the 29th, that will be 12 weeks. So I'm just going to write a 12 here, put a little circle around it, and I know that that means 12 weeks till Disney World. So that's it. Like, that's all I have to put in my planner to start. Like I said, I don't do a ton ahead of time. But then as the week goes on, I'll write down, like, each day I'll think about which tasks I want to do. If I think about things that need to get done sometime this week, but it's not like day specific, this space up here is plenty of room for me to write down, just jot down something when I think of it, and then when I actually do it, sometimes I'll write it in the day that I did it, if it's something that it matters which day I did it, if it ends up mattering which day I did it. Otherwise I don't, because the redundancy of having it here and having it here kind of bugs me. So anyway, so these are going to go back into my planner. Like I said, I didn't have a ton that I was doing ahead of time. But like this current week that we're in, you can see that as the week goes on, I do write things in. The other thing I do is I keep my place in my planner with this little page marker that I made myself. This was just, a piece of scrap laminate that I had, when I laminated something, this was just a scrap piece. So I cut it down and punched it. I rounded the corners and used my label maker to make a this week tab so it would stick up and I could see it. So that's that. That's like the plan with me part. Like I said, not a lot going on. But the other thing I'm thinking about doing is, in fact, I think I'm going to do it now. I like the Filofax binders. I do. I think they're pretty and they're sturdy, and I do like them, but the rings are kind of small. I am not brave enough to cut rings out and put bigger rings in, so that's not something that's going to happen. However, I've been thinking a lot about what's in my planner and am I using it. And honestly, I printed out all of the monthlies for 2022, which takes up that much space. And I printed it on nice paper, like a little bit thicker paper. I even decorated a little bit because I was bored one day. But where I have pre-printed weekly inserts for the entire year, if something comes up, I just, that's in the future, I just, put a little sticky note on that date so that when I get to that week in my planner, I will, I'll see it and just write it in that week after I do whatever, like minimal deco I may or may not do that week. So, point is, I don't think I need a monthly. And I've been toying with taking it out. And I think actually, yeah, why not? I am just going to do that right now because I've got enough in here right now that there are times when I'm trying to get to sections of my planner that it's hard to turn the pages, and I find that annoying. So if I can eliminate the annoyance by taking out pages that I'm not using anyway, why wouldn't I do that, right? Right. So, but because, again, I change my mind sometimes, I will not toss these. I have other personal ring size planners that I use to archive inserts, so I will stick those in one of the other planners that I have in case I change my mind and decide I want to come back to using it. The other thing I have to do is take the divider out. Do I want to take it out? Yeah. The reason I was thinking that, whether I wanted to take it out or not, is because I have another, maybe I won't take the divider out yet, because I'll pull the label off though, because I'm not going to use this for monthlies anymore. I have another section that actually, that doesn't make sense. I was going to say I have another section I want to add, but if I add it, then I haven't really saved myself anything by taking out these pages. I actually have a section in the back, though, that I might move to the front. So if I do that, I'm just going to wait. Yeah. See, I haven't made up my mind about that yet. Anyway, that's it. That is my chatty little plan with me. Let's see if my goal for getting the pages to flip easier. Yeah. This was the section that was really bothering me with having those monthlies in there, and this one too. Yeah, that does work better. Okay, good. So that's it. That's my little chatty planner. Plan with me / just chat with me. So please remember to answer my question about whether you think selling the traveler's notebooks as a lot as opposed to individual pieces is a good idea or not. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. Bye.